Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button down below. And right next to it is a bell notification. When you hit that and I upload videos like this, you'll be first to be notified. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you very much. And if you find this information valuable, please share on your page, please share with a friend, and also hit the like button down below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. In this short video, I'm going to go over my top 5 essential nutrients to have a healthy thyroid. Now, when I'm talking with my patients or if I'm answering emails in regards to thyroid conditions, one of the things I always want to ask is, did you do a full thyroid panel? A lot of markers with a thyroid panel. Modern medical only does 2 markers, which is your TSH and your T4. Basically, is it working and also is it releasing hormones? Okay, yes it is. However, the full thyroid panel actually has a breakdown of, is the thyroid hormone being utilized? Because what happens, so we have the hypothalamus, which is the master gland up in the brain. It says to signal the thyroid releasing hormone to the anterior pituitary gland, which stimulates thyroid stimulating hormone to the thyroid to release 93 inactive T4 and 7% active T3. Now, in the system, in your bloodstream, it goes to the liver. 60% of that inactive T4 gets converted to active T3. In the gut, 20% of inactive T4 gets converted to active T3. In the peripheral tissue, 20% inactive T4 gets converted to active T3. And it works on a negative feedback loop. So when there's sufficient amounts in the bloodstream, okay, it sends a signal to the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary gland to shut down. We don't need any. When the thyroid hormone is needed, then it sends a signal to release it. So this is how it works. And in the bloodstream, it gets converted from inactive T4 to active T3. And active T3, that's the hormone that is utilized. So when it comes to markers, modern medical only measures, again, is the communication between the anterior pituitary gland and the thyroid working? Yes. And 2, T4, is it being released? Yes. There's no marker to indicate the inactive T4 to active T3. There is a blood panel for that, so just keep in mind. So in no particular order, iodine. Iodine is a double-edged sword. We need iodine combined with L-tyrosine, which is amino acid, to make thyroid hormone, inactive T4. So the thing about iodine is that if you have too much, okay, you're going to have a hyperthyroid. Or if you have Hashimoto's disease, it's going to vamp that up. Or if you have too little iodine, you're going to have an enlarged thyroid called a goiter. So again, iodine is a double-edged sword. You don't need that much, only about 100 micrograms. Next is vitamin A. Vitamin A is a phenomenal fat-soluble vitamin. I always recommend 25,000 IUs of vitamin A. It's not a lot. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you need to take it with food. Okay, and it gets broken down and absorbed in the small intestines. And it's phenomenal for everything. It's good for reproductive health. It's good for eye and vision function. It's good for skin health. It's good for your immune system. However, when it comes to the thyroid, it makes the cells more thyroid sensitive. Just like a condition called insulin resistant, what happens, you have insulin resistant first and then type 2 diabetes second. Just like the thyroid, the cells could be resistant to thyroid hormone. And this is where the blood labs are normal, but you're still having thyroid symptoms. So it helps lower that release of the thyroid stimulating hormone. Because why? Because it's making those cells more sensitive to the thyroid hormone. And also, so it decreases the autoimmune reaction. If you have Hashimoto's, or really any type of autoimmune reaction period, causes inflammation, vitamin A is going to help stabilize that. Next is selenium. Selenium is a phenomenal mineral. We don't need much, about 200 micrograms of selenium. It's good as an antioxidant, it's good for your immune system, it's good for a lot of things. What it does for the thyroid, it helps cleave off the iodine from inactive T4 to active T3. So selenium is needed to make that inactive T4, which has 4 molecules of iodine, cleave off one, becomes T3 active. So we need selenium for that. Next, zinc. Zinc is phenomenal for autoimmune health. With everything going on in the world right now, one of the things I'm always boasting about, viruses cannot live in a zinc-enriched environment. So up your zinc to help your immune system. It's good for the production of stomach acid. It's good for the gut lining. It's good for thyroid conversion. Thyroid conversion, inactive T4 to active T3. We need zinc. Thyroid releasing hormone to stimulate TSH to the pituitary gland. So again, it helps with the thyroid hormone communication from the hypothalamus to the anterior pituitary gland. It's good for your thyroid altogether, zinc. It's good for your thyroid, for your immune system, great. It's good for your stomach system, great. Viruses can't live in a zinc-enriched environment, great. You see that? So next is magnesium. Now, magnesium, keep it in mind, there's over 9 different types of magnesium, and do the research on which magnesium you want to do what for. Because if you get the wrong magnesium, okay, it's not going to match up. I always recommend magnesium glycinate. Now, magnesium is dose dependent. Start at 200 milligrams before bed, okay, and then raise every 200 milligrams thereafter. The one thing about magnesium, it's a smooth muscle relaxant. So if you take too much magnesium, you're going to have loose stool. Okay, you had that next morning. Okay, back down a little bit. It has, again, it's used in over 1,000 enzymatic reactions throughout the body, so it's good for a lot of things. It's a natural beta blocker. It's a natural beta blocker. It calms the heart rate. A lot of people who are hypertensive, they're magnesium deficient. Why? Because increased stress and increased sugar makes the cells work harder, and we need magnesium to produce more ATP for this, which is cellular energy, so it soaks it up. So increased stress, increased sugar, depletes magnesium, increased magnesium. It's helpful for the conversion of T4 to T3. In addition, it's good for the production of T4, that inactive T4 thyroid hormone in the thyroid gland. So again, these are the 5 nutrients that, again, they're essential for a healthy thyroid. Now the question is, what's going on with your thyroid? How did it become inactive, or why is it sluggish? Well, a lot of things, cortisol, which is stress, affect thyroid conversion. Insulin affects thyroid conversion. The standard American diet, processed foods, sugar, I mentioned that already, diet sodas, carbs, sugar affect the thyroid conversion. You see how that works. And also medications. A lot of people are on prescription medications. It affects the thyroid conversion. Birth control pills affect the thyroid conversion. All right, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Be good.